Hey everyone, Josh from Fractal Design, and today we're going to take a look at the Arc XL. The Arc XL is part of the Arc series of cases which focus on high performance airflow and also liquid cooling capability. What you'll notice on the side panel of the case is that we do have a large window cutout. It is a tinted acrylic so that you can still view your gear, but it's more of a subdued look following the Fractal design principles. As we move to the front of the case, you'll notice that the case has an easy pop-out mesh filter that is washable, so you can clean the dust from your system without having to take off the entire front panel. However, the entire front panel is removable if you need to. Moving up, you'll notice 4 5¼ drive bays for optical drives or anything of that nature. On the top panel, we have an I/O panel that has an integrated 3-speed fan controller, audio inputs and outputs, a power and reset button, as well as 2 USB 3.0 and 2 USB 2.0 ports. Behind the top I/O panel, we have the standard Arc series removable mesh top. This is a removable filter that can be washed, under which we do have multiple fan configurations available. It can support 3 120mm fans, 2 140mm fans, as well as multiple radiator configurations. You can mount a 240mm radiator offset, which allows you to mount thick radiators, as well as a 280mm radiator or a 360mm radiator in slim variations. Moving to the rear of the case, at the top you'll see that we have a large vent for moving air out of the case, as well as a 140mm exhaust fan. Below that, since this case does support XL ATX motherboards, there are 9 PCI expansion slots, below which you'll find the PSU mounting bracket that allows you to mount your PSU either fan up or fan down, depending on your preference. And at the very bottom, we have a removable dust filter that is washable and covers the air intake for the power supply, as well as the optional air intake vent in the front of the case. When we take a look at the inside of the case, you'll see that we have actually installed a system so you can show you how truly flexible the Arc XL really is. We've removed one of the hard drive cages and we've relocated the bottom cage to the rearmost position. This gives us plenty of room to accommodate a fat 240mm radiator in the front of the case, while still giving us room to house standard 3.5-inch hard drives or 2.5-inch SSDs. In the top of the case, we have mounted a 360mm radiator, and there's also room to mount a 280mm radiator or a thick 240mm radiator. On the back side of the motherboard tray, you'll find plenty of room for cable management. In addition, one of the new features of the Arc XL are the removable SSD mounting trays. This allows you to install or remove your SSDs with your system installed. So as you can see, the Arc XL is designed with flexibility in mind, being part of the Arc series of cases that focuses on high airflow and liquid cooling support. So whether you want to go with a full XL ATX motherboard build or a high-end liquid cooling setup, the Arc XL has you covered.